Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be doing a review and unboxing of the Bose QuietComfort 15 headphones. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get started with the unboxing. Manual and some sort of it's a pretty thick booklet and products registration, so you can do that. Quick start guide, the anti-wet bead things, and the main case itself feels very sturdy on first feel. Here are the headphones themselves. Look very nice. Then you get the headphones, of course. Nice and lightweight too. Then you get the adapter for this plugs into the headphones, and then this plugs into your iPod or computer or whatever. And then this is the airplane adapter and one AAA battery. And that's the unboxing. In this review, the three main parts I will be covering would be the sound quality, the noise cancelling, and the build quality and features. So let's get started with the noise cancelling. One of the first things to note about a pair of noise cancelling headphones is the pressure that they apply to your eardrums. If you've never experienced this before, the best way to describe it is when you're changing altitudes on an airplane, just the pressure that you get on your ears. With these headphones, it tends to be more severe than others. For me personally, it took me about a week to get used to the feel of these and that pressure, but after that I did not notice it at all. So to each their own, but I would just give these a try and make sure that that's not an issue for you. The second thing I want to touch on is the experience during like airplane flights, or I take the bus to school every day, so during the bus rides. They do a great job of blocking out ambient sound and getting you into your zone or whatever, but just letting you really focus on the music or the podcast or the movie or whatever you're doing. They do a great job of blocking out the lower frequencies, such as the jet roar or the engine roar, like on a car or truck. But they don't do as great of a job blocking out vocals or like the higher frequency sounds. So that's just something to keep in mind. It won't completely isolate you from your environment, but it really helps to drown out that noise. And it does a great job of that. And then others' reactions. Whenever I give these to somebody else, they're just amazed at how quiet their environment is and how well it does at that. So overall, I give the noise cancelling on these headphones a 9 out of 10. Very good, but there's always room for improvement. My second major bullet is sound quality. And I'm kind of an audiophile, so sound quality is very important to me. The clarity and just the overall sound of the music, it's a major pet peeve of mine if I ever have bad sounding headphones or stuff like that. So in order to let you know where I'm coming from on the as far as sound quality, I'll just do a quick pan of my main system that I use to listen to music, and just some of my other like headphones that I've had is the Bose in-ear headphones. The Bose, I'm not sure what the name of them are, but the non-noise cancelling headphones that they have. And I've had many other like Skull Candy and just other pairs of headphones. But for the main part, I listen to music on these like with Pandora, and I've got Pandora 1, so it's higher bitrate in case you're wondering. And then also iTunes. I listen to a lot of music on iTunes on my main computer here. Yeah, so that just kind of gives you some background of what I'm used to as far as sound quality. Now, the first thing I noticed about these is how clear they were. Not really compared to my stereo, but compared to other headphones, they were extremely clear. So that was a major thing I really liked about them. I was a little let down though in the areas of bass and just overall sound. It sounded great, don't get me wrong. It's about on par with my main system here, except for the bass. But I'll get to that in a sec. It's just, there's not quite as much bass as I'd like. Now I tend to pump it up and just have more bass than I guess
a normal person. Well, maybe not a teenager, but like less than my father would listen to. So that was a little letdown for me. Then again, I mostly listen to it on my iPod, which I have the equalizer set to off. I found that was the best sounding, so I don't have it on bass boost or anything. But if I do that, it still doesn't sound as good as it should. It kind of makes it a little muddy, if you will. So that's about it. Overall, the sound quality is really good, and for most people, they'd probably be very impressed and not really be that picky. But I am very picky about it, and that's what I found. So overall, I give the sound quality a 7.5 out of 10. It sounds great, but for $300, I'd expect a little bit more out of these headphones. And that's it for the sound quality. Alright, now to my final bullet, which is build quality and features. These headphones have a very good build, or they're built very well. They're built sturdy and they compact very nicely into the included case that for traveling. And I just put these into my backpack every day, so it's very nice that the cord just snaps out and I can fold it and quickly put them away. Speaking of the cord, that it's very nice the way it's set up. It snaps right into place, and it snaps in enough to where it never comes out, and I can tug on it a fair amount and it won't come out. But I have caught this thing so many different times on just different times, and it's been a lifesaver having this pull out instead of yanking out the jack on my laptop or on my iPod or whatever. So that's a very nice feature. As far as comfort goes, I think these are very comfortable, but sometimes if I've got them on for a while, or if I've got if I'm like a little bit sweaty or something, it can kind of irritate my skin. I've got pretty sensitive skin, but that does get a little annoying at times. I can solve that just by taking them off for a second and then putting them back on, and it's really not much of an issue. They're not the most comfortable headphones I've had, but they are very comfortable, and they're just the soft leather pad, and it feels very good. That's about it. I guess battery life, I want to touch on that. It seems very impressive. 36 hours, which doesn't sound great, but really, I mean, I probably listen to them about 3 hours, 4 hours a day, and so it will last me about 1, maybe 2 weeks of listening to them. The only problem is when you leave them on. Like if I wanted to put them on, if I'm at like a friend's house and wanted to go to sleep easier, just put them on for the noise canceling, and then if you leave them on, it can obviously drain the battery quite quickly. And there's no automatic shut off. It switches on and off. And if you want to know how much battery life you have, if you have a solid green light, you probably can't see that, but that indicates a full or mostly full battery. And if it starts to blink, just kind of a steady blink, that means you got about 3 hours or so left, which is pretty handy, but it's, I don't know, I guess you can't make it much better. And then the design of these, I think they look pretty sharp. They could look better, but they're kind of a more classy look. They're not like the Beats by Dr. Dre. I think those headphones look a lot better than these, personally, but I could see, like my neighbor, a very respectable guy, and I wouldn't see him walking around with Dr. Beats. I could see him with something like this. So, as far as looks, that's kind of my opinion on those. And that about wraps it up. I give the features and design a 9 out of 10. That the comfort could be a little bit better, I think, but others have said it's been just fine, and all the other features are pretty nice. So that wraps up my review of the Bose noise canceling QuietComfort 15 headphones. I give these a 8.5 out of 10 overall, just weighing the different features and sound quality and noise canceling of these. If you're in the market for them, another pair to check out would be the Beats by Dr. Dre. They're a little bit more flashy, and in my opinion, they have a great design, but I found that the sound quality and noise canceling weren't quite at the par of this, but to each their own. Also, the Audio-Technica makes a great pair of headphones for about $160 that compete with these. In my opinion, the sound quality was a little bit better, but the noise canceling was not quite as good, and I didn't think they looked as nice. So, I hope this review helped you out, and please comment, rate, and subscribe.